I've been working at my company for 6 years now. I'm not the loudest in the room. You won't see me hanging around after meetings trying to flatter the management team. That's not me. I keep my head down, get my work done. When projects fall apart, people usually come to me to fix them. When someone new joins the team, I'm the one who trains them, even if no one officially asks me to. People count on me, quietly, but they do. So when the team lead position opened up, I'll admit, I let myself hope. Everyone said I'd be perfect for it. I figured, I'm already doing the work of a team lead anyway. Why not get paid for it? I tried to tell myself that I wouldn't be disappointed if I didn't get the role. But deep down, I wanted it. Not just for the title, but for the recognition. For proof that my work mattered. It was a rainy Thursday morning when the company made the announcement. James got the role. To be honest, I'm not surprised. He's always schmoozing the management team and talking about his wins. I bet he hasn't told them that I've been proofreading his presentations for the past 12 months. One time, he messed up a mid-year report so bad that I had to stay with him after work to fix it. Now he's my boss. I smiled when the announcement came out, pretended to be happy. People glanced at me with those awkward, sympathetic smiles like they knew. A few even came up and said, "You really deserved it." But not the people who made the decision. They just moved on, completely unaffected. Something in me shut down that day. Not just because I didn't get the role, but because I realised something I'd been too naive to admit before. Hard work doesn't always get noticed. Sometimes the game is rigged and no one tells you. The next morning I came in like usual, logged on, checked my emails, joined the morning call. I smiled, nodded, played the part. But it felt different. It felt like I had finally seen the truth, and now I couldn't unsee it. Let's look at Brian's story. Brian worked hard for the past 6 years. He quietly kept the team together, training new hires and fixing issues. When the promotion went to the more charismatic James, Brian realised that hard work alone isn't enough to secure a promotion. Brian's story highlights several issues with recognition in the workplace. The first is around visibility. Although Brian worked hard, his lack of self-promotion meant his efforts went unnoticed by management. James, on the other hand, actively showcased his work and built strong relationships with leaders. As a result, he stayed front of mind when promotion decisions were made. In short, James was visible to the management team. Brian wasn't. The second issue is around morale and trust. When a hard-working employee is overlooked for a promotion, their morale and trust in their company will naturally decline. This is especially the case when the company hires an individual who is believed to be less qualified for the role, i.e. James. Over time, this will lead to lower productivity, employee disengagement, and ultimately employee turnover. It is very likely that Brian is already secretly looking for another job. The third issue is around peer recognition. Brian's colleagues privately acknowledged his value, but that recognition didn't reach the management team. Brian's teammates knew he was reliable and respected him deeply, but that appreciation stayed within the team. Peer respect is meaningful, but without advocacy to management, it doesn't lead to anything. The fourth issue is around bias. Leadership roles often go to people who fit a certain mold: confident, outgoing, charismatic. James checked all of those boxes. Brian didn't. This hiring bias meant that charm was chosen over consistency. James over Brian. Is any of this fair? We believe that a person should be promoted based on their work, not based on their personality. Right now, the path to promotion isn't clear. Sometimes it's not performance or merit that decides who gets promoted, but rather a person's proximity to management. And in many cases, the decision on who to promote has already been made long before the position is ever posted. People apply in good faith, believing that they have a fair shot, when the outcome has actually already been concluded. This needs to change, and we want to make sure that it does. We are the merit system, and we want to make the hiring and promotion process fairer for everyone. We believe in order to do this, we need to 1. Completely get rid of interviews, and 2. Make the application process for new roles completely anonymous. By doing this, we will eliminate personal bias from the hiring process and ensure that personal relationships do not influence the final hiring decision. Here's how it will work. Let's say you're looking for a new role. Your first step will be to go to themeritsystem.com and perform a job search. When you find a role that you're suited for, you'll be able to apply for it through the Merit System website. Once you submit your application, the Merit System will automatically anonymize your identity. This means that the company reviewing your application will not be able to see your name or your personal details. If the company selects your application, you'll receive an email inviting you to attend an in-person assessment. The assessment will be in the form of a multiple choice quiz. Once you've passed the multiple choice quiz, you'll be awarded the role. The overall process will be quick, transparent, and most of all, fair. Through the Merit System, individuals like Brian would be evaluated fairly. The identity of all applicants within his company would have been anonymized. His management team would have been forced to assess each application solely on merit. Personal relationships wouldn't have influenced the final hiring decision. Brian would likely have got the role. James wouldn't have. The hiring and promotion process needs to change. If you want to help us start this change, simply click the link below.